Welcome back to Dollar Reviews. Merry Christmas to all. We just got back from Django Unchained with David Junko once again and my friend Luis. Say hey, guys.
Let's talk about some shit.
So, Quentin Tarantino's back. It's been a couple years since Inglourious Basterds. What do you guys think?
I mean, Luis is our guest. We should let him go first.
We'll just jump in here.
Don't start with that guest crap. But
You are the guest. Jump in.
I thought it was okay. It's pretty much your average Tarantino film.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no such thing as average with Tarantino.
I mean, he builds characters up, emphasizes dialogue. You know, that's his thing, and it's just pretty much the safest movie I've ever seen him do.
I agreed with almost nothing except for the safest part. I thought this movie was garbage.
I think garbage is a little harsh.
No,
I think you were just coming.
No, I thought it was absolutely
I think
garbage.
you were coming in with just way too high of expectations.
I wasn't coming in with any expectations. I was coming in with the same expectations I had for Inglourious Basterds.
Expectations? No, that's not true. You came in with those expectations that you had plus Inglourious Basterds added on top of that.
I did not come in with any undue expectations that he wouldn't want his audience to have anyway. 1. 2, it was garbage. The dialogue was sloppy.
Really?
Yeah, except for a few key scenes that were funny and lighthearted and nice. Most of the movie was garbage.
Let me ask you one question. Did you laugh more than 10 times?
No.
No.
You guys were sitting next to me. I didn't laugh more than 10 times.
You were laughing.
I laughed a few times, but not more than 10 times. I think I laughed maybe 5 or 6 times.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was garbage. I didn't think it was great. I'm not recommending this movie to anyone. Like, if you're bored and you don't want to see Les Mis or The Hobbit, then sure, go spend your money, because Jamie Foxx is a fucking badass in the movie.
Yeah, no, some of the acting was pretty good. Jamie Foxx was good.
I thought all the acting, well, not Kerry Washington, because she sucked.
No, Kerry Washington wasn't good.
But
I didn't think...
I thought Jamie Foxx was awesome. Christoph Waltz was better than he's been since... It's his best role since he's done...
That's not true.
Have you seen anything he's done since Inglourious Basterds?
Have you seen Carnage? Carnage was great.
No, I didn't see Carnage because it got horrible reviews.
He was great.
I did see Water for Elephants though, and The Green Hornet.
I saw The Green Hornet. The Green Hornet was terrible, but
I didn't see any of those.
I thought he was passable. I thought he was good. I mean, he was basically playing the same character. He's still a German bounty hunter, basically.
Except a nice guy this time. No, a guy of upstanding moral quality.
If you change the moral quality, it's the same fucking character down to his like personality and like the way he handles things, the way he's
talks,
tricky,
the way he carries himself. Yeah, same character except with the moral.
I'm pretty sure, because you know how Tarantino is all about that making a universe shit. You know, this is the alternate history of America. I'm pretty sure Christoph Waltz's character is probably like the guy from Inglourious Basterds, like great-grandfather or something. I bet you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we never find out. Because hopefully there's not another Django movie.
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was, 30 minutes too long, but I
thought it was 40 minutes too long.
I really liked...
What difference does that make?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. 10 minutes is a lot.
It's a fucking movie.
Anyway. It had like 3 different endings.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Like the one thing that I can't stand is having multiple endings. I really don't like that. This movie did that. That doesn't work for me.
Wait, no, yeah, I really like the acting. I mean, obviously Samuel Jackson stole the movie.
Oh, fuck
as he usually does in Quentin Tarantino's films.
DiCaprio was good.
DiCaprio,
I like DiCaprio.
I thought he was okay.
I didn't think there was enough DiCaprio. I was waiting for it. Like, when are we gonna fucking meet the guy? And then we met the guy.
And he wasn't really there still.
Yeah. It wasn't until closer to the end of the movie did we really get the full essence of the DiCaprio character.
When he finally came out in the third act, he was like, fuck this shit.
Well, but you go back to almost all of his movies, and you have the villains be the villains throughout.
I wouldn't even call him the villain.
Would you say
Samuel Jackson?
Would you say he was the villain?
I wouldn't say
in this movie. I would say no, because
Samuel Jackson.
Because Samuel L. Jackson is a horrible, deplorable human being.
He's the villain and Leonardo DiCaprio's his puppet.
Yeah, you would expect that from DiCaprio's character. You don't expect that from Sam Jackson's character, and that's what made the character so powerful. The movie was lacking in that real powerful evil presence that needed to be there.
So you're expecting like a hero journey story.
It was a hero journey story. They do the Broomhilda legend, and that's the whole movie. You got the mountain, and she's in the castle that's surrounded by the dragon and the fire. That's the movie. That's
Yeah, but
100%
the
movie.
justice part doesn't work without a horrible, deplorable person that you can hate.
It's that, but I thought it was mostly just the South and slavery. Like, that was the evil proponent, injustice of the American South pre-Civil War.
There were Australian people there that I didn't understand why they needed to be there.
Quentin Tarantino wanted to do Australian accent.
All right.
Does that really matter in the grand scheme of
Yeah,
things?
no,
The Australian thing
I
that
liked
really bugs you.
It wasn't a big thing. I thought Tarantino's accent was actually okay.
I actually like that part.
But I mean, I like the bit parts in this movie, which are usually good. I like Michael Parks.
Michael Parks was great.
I like Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
he was fucking.
that
Don
whole
Johnson.
that whole
The
part
whole
was
Don
hilarious.
Johnson part, yeah.
Yeah, the whole him and Don Johnson part, that was pretty funny.
You laughed 10 times in that scene alone.
No.
In that scene alone.
No, yeah.
I laughed a lot during that scene, but I didn't laugh 10 times throughout the whole movie. I didn't think it was that funny. I thought the dialogue was bad.
I thought the music was kind of weird in this movie. It
Yeah.
had like the Western like theme songs, which are really cool.
And
There was a
then-
Marconi song, and then
Rick
put
Ross!
rap music in. I'm just gonna drop some Rick Ross on y'all,
For like 10 seconds,
Well-
then we're going to go back to old school Western music.
and then we're gonna come back to the rap music later.
And then we're going to put the Western music in the rap music and have Rick Ross rap over some whistling.
But no Frank Ocean.
I would have been perfectly fine with some cool R&B,
I
during
think
some
there
of
might have
that.
been a John Legend song.
There was
a John Legend song.
Yeah, 'cause
At the-
I
at
read the story.
at the end.
Hey, most of the rap music came when he was being a badass.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was
I mean,
only
the
fitting.
Except for the Rick Ross part,
No,
where they
the
were
Rick
just
Ross
riding
part-
across the desert.
No, that's kind of cool. It was the snow actually.
No,
No.
it was when they were going to Candyland. It was riding across the plains.
It was still pretty badass.
Doesn't
He was
matter. I
just-
really like the Rick
He was
Ross.
mad dogging all the slaves, and he was like, "What you
Like,
looking at, boy?"
yeah, I'm getting the Rich Forever mixtape. I'm gonna get that shit. And that was my intent. I was like, yeah, I definitely want to get this now. I hope that song's on there too. But yeah, the music was kind of weird.
It was a little weird.
I had a conversation with someone recently about this. How often do you see westerns? They're not really put out anymore. It's kind of cool that Tarantino got to do a western.
It's a neo-western.
Maybe it's
kind of
not
a thing.
the best western out there, but then again, does it have to be?
I don't know. All right, let's.
I knew the movie was bad.
All right, what worked for you, Luis?
The fucking bag scene, definitely.
The bag
The
scene,
bag scene was pretty fun.
the KKK. Well, not KKK, but
Precursor to the KKK, sort of like the genesis of the KKK is in this movie, and that was pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, I like the dialogue personally. I wasn't going in there with huge ass expectations. I was going in there as a casual moviegoer going to watch a movie. Christoph Waltz I thought was amazing. He was a badass. I love that guy in this one. He's not gonna beat Hans Landa. He's never gonna beat that role. That was a once in a lifetime kind of a thing.
That was it.
So I mean, who he was a total badass. I liked Leo's part.
I liked his teeth.
Like the pace, it kind of ticked me off at some points. I was just right there like, okay.
So you agree that it was going way too slow?
At some parts, yeah.
I thought it was at the right pace, like the perfect pace, up until they introduced the Brunhilde saving.
Yeah.
Like, because once that, like, the second movie starts, since,
Uh-huh.
like, the second half,
Yeah.
that's when it dropped off. I didn't understand that. Like, I really liked the building of the Django character and his training and all of that, and the bounty scenes. Like, that was really awesome,
Yeah.
personally. What about you, David? What worked for you?
The bag scene was really funny.
Fuck yeah.
Obviously, all of the scenes where Jamie Foxx isn't talking and just being a badass with his eyes, I thought those were great. The acting, obviously, Sam Jackson was awesome. Don Johnson, though. You say
good.
Sam Jackson stole the movie. I say Don Johnson definitely stole a chunk of the first
Yeah.
part of that movie.
He had
He had like 5 minutes.
Nah,
No,
it was closer
no.
to 15,
Yeah.
15.
No, well, where his character was like shown, not like his scene. Yeah, his
No,
at
yeah,
his
it was
farm.
like,
Yeah, it was like
10
10,
15
He had
minutes.
5 minutes of airtime.
All right, well, whatever, however
He was
long
good
he
in
was
it.
in that movie, he was good in the movie.
His presence was noticed.
Yeah. So that stuff worked for me. What didn't work for me was obviously, like I've said, the pace and the multiple endings felt a little clunky at some part.
You gotta admit, that was a pretty climactic showdown near the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Tarantino
It was-
always does the
Yeah.
showdowns.
It was fucking legit. The fucking part where shoots the...
Yeah, like me myself, I really liked the gratuitous violence. 'cause
Say
that's-
goodbye, Laura.
Hey, shh, no spoilers. For me, I like the gratuitous violence because that's my kind of thing. It kind of continued the Kill Bill, Grindhouse, Glorious Bastards, ultra violence, blood everywhere thing,
Yeah.
which I love.
How many times did that guy get shot in the ass?
I thought it was hysterical. I don't know. Obviously Sam Jackson,
Yeah.
Don Johnson, the acting. It was awesome to see Jamie Foxx back. This is really his first real leading role since like Ray. Because he's done stuff.
He's done stuff,
But this
he's
was
done
like
a
his
few
first like
leading roles here and there, but nothing like
this wasn't
too
this is his
big.
first tentpole since Ray. Speaking of which, Kerry Washington was on.
She was in Ray.
Wait.
She was in Ray.
She was the mom.
Yeah.
Didn't really like Tarantino's cameo this time around. It was too long. I really like the art direction. I love the costumes and the set pieces and all that kind of stuff. The colors, the locations. Like I had a real sense of being in the South and the mountain ranges and all that. Like it seemed real. Like it seemed like it was, from the time period. Like I said earlier, I thought it was cool seeing a Western in theaters. I mean, I saw True Grit and I saw The Return to Yuma, and that's kind of my thing. I like going to see the Westerns because I can see everyone that comes out because there's only maybe 2 a year. Didn't work. Too long. Too slow at certain points. Too obvious.
Too safe.
Well, I wouldn't say safe.
It was fucking basic. Everything was basic to me. I don't
know. That Mandingo fight. I like violence in movies. And
that was pretty extreme.
That was pretty extreme. Like
Right.
I think most moviegoers would be, I wouldn't say upset, but definitely.
Come on,
like,
Tarantino's done extreme before.
Not like
In
that.
Inglourious Bastards, he was
No,
fucking
not like
carving
that.
a swastika
Not
in his
like
head.
that.
That's okay because that's like comic.
Yeah, and everybody hates Nazis,
But this is unnecessary violence. Which, I mean, obviously we're talking about the gunfights and the blood everywhere. But
well,
this
for
this is
everybody,
different.
for everybody listening, when Brian says that some violence is unnecessary, you know that something fucked up happened.
we don't want to get into that. Just the Mandingo fight.
Yeah.
The whole plot line
It was-
itself is just fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
Michael Vick wouldn't even like this shit. Maybe shouldn't have done this film. I think Tarantino's obviously known for going about and kind of just stealing films and putting it in his own and kind of being influenced by everything, Reservoir Dogs, I can't remember the name of the film, but it's basically a ripoff of Korean crime drama, or maybe it was Chinese. Kill Bill, was lots of little things. And then once Inglourious Bastards came, he stole this title from a film. He didn't really use any of the plot, but the title itself and basic ideas, whereas Django is 100% an homage and almost a reboot, if you will, of the Django movie series. And if you're not a fan, I haven't seen the movies personally, but the scenes in the trailer, when Jamie Foxx spells out his name, his D is silent. The guy that's next to him in the bar, that's the original Django.
Mm-hmm.
That's why in the credits it says with the participation of so and so, and that's the guy.
He was originally supposed to play Christoph Waltz's character.
That would have sucked.
That would have sucked.
That would have really.
Anyway, they're making a new Django movie, and he's gonna be in it.
Is it?
Yeah, he's gonna start role. He made it his own because it's Tarantino, his own thing, but I don't think he should really do adaptations anymore. Because my least favorite, this is worse than Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
But Jackie Brown is most people's least favorite Tarantino movie, and that's because it's an adaptation of Leonard.
Exploitation stuff.
Well, no, it's a novel
Is it?
by can't remember his name. The guy did like Get Shorty and stuff.
There were a lot of extreme. Well, not a lot, but there were a couple extremes in the movie that made me go, ooh, that's or like the dog scene and the.
That wasn't that bad because they didn't really show anything. I think the dog scene was bad. Like, that was really that was pivotal to the Django Calvin chemistry.
Mhm.
Like that was really good, and also kind of like the role that Christoph Waltz plays. I thought it was kind of cool that it's like a movie about acting.
I don't know. There was just too much that I didn't like for me to really like. If somebody asked me, hey, should I go see Django?
Like I said, yeah, I won't recommend it.
Wouldn't.
If you're a Tarantino fan, definitely see this movie because you owe it to yourself to watch it.
Yeah.
But don't rush out to see
Yeah,
it.
but if you're like a casual moviegoer and you don't really care, there's probably something that'll entertain you a little more.
In case you were wondering, it is Oscar season, and this is definitely not getting nominated for Best Picture.
No.
There's no chance. It's not even making my Best of the Year list. I think that's all we got. Thanks for listening. I'll be posting my Best of the Year list, and David will too. Will be contributing one.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.